هلا he has an idea but still.
لا, but it's true though. يعني the girls mature faster than guys. يعني this is
In general, yes.
really,
In general, yes.
there's very few guys who are يعني switched on by the time they're 20.
Yeah.
Takes normally a few years after that.
Yeah. So yeah, they're doing well.
Good, alhamdulillah. I'm trying to think. So they want to stay in Bahrain, or they want to go to Saudi or UAE?
It depends on where the opportunities may rise.
يعني what kind of
she loves Bahrain.
Okay.
She loves Bahrain and she loved Palestine when she lived there.
Sure.
So.
But you make your opportunity. يعني you can go to the UK and you can find work. You can go to China and you can find work.
Exactly. Let
right?
them explore the world first. Few
هذا
places.
cool, eh?
Yeah, and then they can decide, right?
No, I think يعني if you're looking at it from just a GCC perspective, your best opportunities are probably either Kuwait, Saudi, or UAE.
Yeah.
You know, that's where the cash is.
Correct.
And why did they choose Reading as a university?
Nicole, she took the decision to go for foundation year.
Okay.
And she got accepted in Reading, unconditional acceptance. So she took it right away. She didn't even think about it.
Mumtaz.
Yeah.
And she studied also business, or she studied?
She studied
entrepreneurship. Yes, you mentioned. Yeah. And so, what's your husband doing at the moment? Is he running his own business, or وش البرنامج عنده?
هلا مازن works for oil and gas.
Still, yeah.
Yeah, but he's now recently on consultancy base.
Okay.
And we'll see how it goes.
مع Aramco or مع Bahrain?
What is it?
مع Aramco or مع Bahrain?
No, in Saudi.
In Saudi, so Aramco.
Yeah. Not directly Aramco.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, other companies subcontracting, things like that.
Yeah, I had a lady on. She works for, I forgot what the consultancy company, KPIG, KPIM. KPMG. Thank you. Yeah, she was telling me that she works for Aramco, and she told me it was just a disaster.
Really?
She was yeah. She said because she's Russian, so she doesn't really understand Arab culture.
Yes.
And she said it's almost like dealing with children, that she has to go there and then be like, your report is late.
Yeah.
And then she was telling me she can't push people too hard, because then they get fed up and then go to HR and then
maybe
complain.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
She said it's horrible.
Wow.
So yeah, that's what it is. What are you doing at the moment?
Me? I just joined a new university.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you've heard of it. Euro University of Bahrain. It's a brand new.
Tania,
just
can you look
started.
it up?
So, Euro University. Have you started or not yet? We're just chatting.
We're just chatting and having conversation.
Yeah, Euro University of Bahrain just started now.
Are you going to have us as speakers on the on the university one day?
Yes.
Khalas, deal.
خلاص. Done.
Done and dusted. So what's the campus focus on?
This is
what's the university focused on?
The future campus.
Yeah.
And now they have the foundation only, the foundation program, international foundation program. And in the future there will be, of course, hopefully more programs. But at the moment, this year they're offering the international foundation program.
Okay, but they want to then branch out and
of course. And the amazing about it, it's the collaboration with the University of London, which is a very reputable university.
I studied at Westminster, so I know University of London very well.
So that's the beauty about it.
That's cool. And how does it work with students here in Bahrain? Because I know that your tuition is tied by your results. Is that correct?
Usually the results first, right?
Yeah, so if you score at the top percentage of your class, you get a discount. Maybe not in every university, but that's...
No, not in every university, I guess. It depends on universities.
Okay.
I'm not sure about that.
Because I know that, we had somebody on from the Gulf University? Yeah. I think, can you look up the Gulf University? I think in the tuition part of it, they mentioned something like that they give scholarships based on academic performance.
Yes. Usually, sometimes yes, if
Yeah.
they score high, they can get discounts or scholarships.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that does happen. Okay.
It does.
I don't know.
But there
I've
is
never worked at
no
university.
rule, yeah.
So I just wanted to talk to somebody who understands the idea of how a university is structured from the inside, rather than a person who
Okay.
just lived from it from the outside.
Yeah.
No, fascinating. My professor at Westminster, he was telling me that he was making about £150,000, which is 80,000 BD.
Okay.
And he was telling us that the way he makes that kind of income is by the books. So in order to pass his class,
Okay.
you need to buy his book,
Oh,
right?
no way. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I know, right? And I think he was charging like 40, 50 BD
No way.
for his book. Yeah, and he would remind people and saying, hey, every year there's a new edition. So if you
Wow.
try to buy the second-hand edition,
way.
yeah, you're not going to get full marks.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, this doesn't happen here. I don't think so. No.
That's a shame. That was entrepreneurship.
Yeah, no, it doesn't happen here.
Yeah. So how does the academic works here in Bahrain? First of all, what are you doing at what was it called? London School.
Euro
Euro
University of Bahrain.
Yeah.
I'm the executive assistant to the president.
Okay.
And the CEO.
Okay.
Yes.
And how did you get that position? How did you find yourself in it? Head cold, phone cold, what?
I applied.
Okay.
And I got the interview. Interviewed, and another interview, a second interview, and I got the job.
So if people are interested, for example, how you can get a position at a university, you would tell them. Do you get what my thinking now?
Yes, because maybe I have a broad experience in the education sector for a long time. All the places that I worked for were in the educational sector. So I worked in schools previously, even in Saudi. I worked in schools in Bahrain and then universities. So I have a broad picture of how things, work for students, maybe. And I worked in HR before, marketing, business development. I had an experience as office manager for the president when I used to work at Applied Science University. So maybe they were looking for
someone with experience. It makes sense.
Experience in different aspects, let's say.
So if you ever talking to somebody, for example, who's maybe in their early 20s, like your son or your daughter, and they wanted to go work at a university, what would your recommendations be for them? Should they just go and apply, or should they build a portfolio, or should they start at a school maybe first?
To work? No,
Yeah.
they don't have to work in a school to start in a university, not at all.
Okay.
And even if they have the passion for educational sector, let's say in the university, even if they don't have the experience, they can apply. And then, because each person have something special, unique.
If you're not sensing it, I have absolutely zero knowledge about universities. That's why I'm asking you.
So yeah, they can apply because, let's say, the marketing section, the marketing department or admissions, they need some certain skills, and then you learn the rest, and you can work.
Okay, so when you were working from the perspective of then the HR, were you mostly dealing with students, or were you mostly dealing with staff members?
Staff members.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
HR related to staff.
Okay. And
Mainly staff.
What was most of the issues that you find in a university and from a HR perspective? People not showing up to work, sick?
I haven't worked in HR yet.
Okay.
In the universities, but the HR deals with everything from the minute you are interviewed or you submit your application till you leave. So
Hiring and termination is usually under HR.
Everything.
What is going on, guys? Sorry.
Everything related to joining, working, attendance, salaries, everything. Performance, so many things. And then till you leave the company or the university, the HR is responsible.
No, it's I know what HR
Yeah.
is responsible in a general
and you deal
sense.
with their all problems, and you, at the same time, you help them in let's say, in the place to feel comfortable, motivated. So it's both ways. You need to
Really? Okay.
motivate, and you need to have an open door policy. At the same time, you have the rules and policies and procedures, and they need to follow.
Okay.
So it's a balance. I found it's a balance.
Interesting. I mean, I've never worked in HR because I feel I was lucky enough not to have been in
Yeah.
in that world.
I see it as a balance, that HR should be firm in certain areas because there are policies and procedures that the employee should follow, and at the same time, I like the open door policy. Motivate the staff, feel with them, as
Okay.
being not as robots working.
You're talking from a corporate perspective rather than an educational
all
industry.
aspects.
Okay.
To let them lead them to give and work and have loyalty to the place they work for, instead of just go, work, earn, and leave.
But do you
That's
know-
my perspective of how I see the HR.
But don't you feel that, like, in my head, a corporation and a university are although both are profit-centered, very different environments?
Oh, yes.
For in a HR perspective, from dealing with staff, is that, hey, you're not hitting your KPIs, you're not hitting your targets, or whatever. For a
Yeah.
university professor who's teaching, I mean,
But still, there are KPIs for the department, let's say.
Really? Okay.
Of course. Departments, colleges.
I told you I don't know anything about this.
There are certain things that they need to make sure they cover it. And then there is let's say, the lesson plans and the term plan and lots of preparations and things to do as well.
Really?
Of course. Yeah.
Because in my university, it was so different. I mean, I never sensed that my professor had like none of my professors had a clear plan.
Of course they do.
No, I never sensed that at all. We had lecture and we had then a study group.
Yeah, fine. But then
And-
they have to plan it. How do they cover the whole, book, let's say,
But
or the content?
yeah, I mean, you had like a book that had like 300 pages, and in the seminar,
Yeah.
in the entire term, he would cover maybe 10% of the book at max.
Okay.
And then in the study sessions, it was just nonsense.
Yeah.
Just complete
That's
nonsense.
based on individuals, right? Some
all
can
my
give,
professors.
like all your professors, maybe.
I promise you. It was
Really?
so bad that my third year of university, I didn't even attend university.
No way.
Yeah. They did Blackboard. I don't know if you do
Yeah.
the same in this region. And they had the seminars online and the essay submission.
And you were absent? You did not.
I didn't show up for the third
Really?
year at all. 0
They were
days.
not strict with regard to attendance.
It doesn't matter what you're. They threatened a few times, saying, "Hey, are you depressed or something like that?" And I was like,
Okay.
and they said something like, "Oh, if you miss a certain amount of days, then they're going to
It
cap."
depends on the universities at the end.
Yeah, they said that they were going to take
Right.
some sort of percentage of your grade.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't care.
Okay.
And I finished with like just shy of a first. I got like a 2-1 or whatever.
All right.
And I was like, good enough for me.
Wow.
Yeah. So for me, like Blackboard, they had the seminars online video, which I didn't even bother watching most of the time. I had the essays
Okay.
or presentation, and then the essay it would tell you, it had to be either 5,000 words, 2,000 words, 1,000 words.
Okay.
Obviously, the
Yeah.
less amount of words,
Yeah.
the harder it is,
All
because
right.
every word has to be more powerful in a sense.
Yes.
If you have like 5,000, then you can put a lot of filler.
Okay.
You look at me like, no, maybe, I don't know.
And I'm thinking, at my time, there were no blackboards or anything. We had to attend at that time.
Yeah.
And we enjoyed it, to be honest. We loved to go to university, finish our classes, then, gather with friends. And it was an experience for us. It was lovely.
Nah.
I enjoyed it.
I was working part-time.
Okay.
So I was like,
For us, it was amazing with all what's happening in our place, but it was good.
no, I mean, for like, this is, I mean, I've finished with an honors in international business, and I remember for my thesis,
Yeah.
you had to meet your professor throughout the year to kind of like
Yes.
touch base with him. And at the last, so on the last week or 2 weeks before the submission, you can go one more time to your professor, and that was the first time I met him.
All right.
So I went there and I was like, hey, you know, here's my papers. Can you just like quickly read through it? And he was like, He was like, okay, you know, this isn't this, and then he looked at me and was like, who are you?
Wow.
And I said, don't worry about it.
Wow.
I took the papers and I said, take care.
Maybe there it's different. I don't know. It depends on small universities versus.
Are you worried
big
about
ones.
your son now?
No, I'm not. He's doing well. He's doing great. He's doing great.
Yeah, good.
So, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I did mine. Mine is a bachelor's of arts.
Okay.
So it was a lot of presentation and a lot of.
For him, it's assignments, projects, group projects, and test
Exactly.
exams. Yeah.
Group projects are the worst of the worst.
Yeah, that's what he told me.
Yeah, your son as well, yeah?
Yeah, he doesn't like it. He loves to work in a group, but the group sometimes is not productive, or they just delay things, or because of one person, they all get, let's say, bad grades. So
I had.
they try to meet,
I don't.
but no, not always.
My friend had a great example, an anagram analogy for it, and it was, if I die, I want my group to put me down in the grave so they can let me down one more time.
No way. Yeah, group work is not easy.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
Yes.
I had to do a presentation once, and it was like 5 people. 2 showed up from a 5 people presentation, and we were supposed to put like the
I can
on
understand.
like on the day we were supposed to get that everyone brings their notes so we can put it together.
Yes.
So I was in the middle somewhere, and then the last guy was right behind me, but the other 3 were missing. One was just forgot. One was in jail.
No way. All right.
Yeah, I think
And what did you do?
drunken behavior, and the third one just didn't bother doing anything, so they didn't show up. We just went up and we said, hey, the rest of our group isn't here, and we don't have their notes, so
Okay.
we'll present you what we have. Which
And then?
that was it. And the professor
You
just
passed?
looked at me and just went, well, it's not your guys' fault, so I'll give you the marks I can give,
Okay.
and the rest get 0. And I was like,
At least you got what you deserve because you worked
yeah, but you get graded as
as a group.
as
At
a
the
group.
end. I know.
So
I
it was what
know.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So a 20-minute or 25-minute presentation turned into like 5 minutes. Jokes. Yeah.
But you passed the topic, the subject, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Good. Good for you.
Hmm.
Nice. I like that.
So what's the situation like with the university? They want to do their own lessons as well, you mentioned, right? Are they going to focus more on tech side or business side, or you don't have any idea at the moment?
Still not sure about. Bless you.
Thank you.
Maybe different aspects, I guess, but still not yet. You need to go through processes sometimes. Then you can launch the programs here as the regulations in Bahrain.
Thank you, sir.
So maybe they're waiting to finalize a few things and then.
Because
they're gonna announce it.
we were thinking of opening up a university, believe it or not.
All right.
Just because we're so sick and tired of not finding people in the local market that has the skills required that we need.
Yeah, there are skilled people here. If you look, you will find. There are
No,
people.
but for the particular skill sets that we need.
Okay. Like what?
Editing, videography,
yeah.
photography.
Most of the subject taught are all the same almost. That's in our countries usually. It's basically business, IT, engineering, and medicine. I don't see the creative part a lot here in the region, right?
My point exactly.
Yes,
Like,
I agree with that.
look how hard it was to find Dan and we had to teach Akash how to do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. I mean,
Yeah,
is
and-
there a university that teaches photography or film here?
There is, but it's not very. Not even we would hire students from.
Really, that bad? Jesus.
Everything
Yeah.
that you see on Instagram when you show me, you're impressed with our students from there.
No.
Most of them.
Really?
Yes.
Jesus.
I don't know anything about.
I'm not looking at you like
creative-
like
yeah.
you're the
I know
perpetrator.
the creative part here, I didn't. You can find graphic design, but like
Yeah, but not to the
like
level that
drama,
you.
acting, editing, or no, I don't think so.
But even
right?
graphic design, most people here just use Canva.
Yeah,
You know,
maybe.
none of
I don't
them
know.
like are to like. If you want to find animation, good luck. If you want to find VFX,
Yeah.
not gonna happen. You want to have somebody who knows how to operate cameras.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
My point exactly. Well, Kira, didn't you go to like a film thing?
Which kind of thing?
Didn't you teach? Didn't you get taught media or something like that?
When I interned somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh, they weren't teaching me anything.
Okay.
I was interning and I was asking them to give me stuff.
Yeah.
I was doing more than I was supposed to. And they'd ask me to, they'd give me like a small simple task, like write something, and I'd write pages for them. And then they'd be like, oh, I have to read all of this.
Okay.
Which is very helpful for a person who wants to work in the media group.
I know. I know.
And they're a big, big media company back there.
Maybe they're not interested.
No, they're the ones who asked.
Okay.
They asked, they wanted an intern.
All right.
And I was going there from, I think, 6 a.m. to like 5 p.m. every
Okay.
day. And they weren't giving me any work to do.
Aren't we? Don't we have already a better setup than local Bahrain? No, not local Bahrain.
No,
Bahrain TV.
It wasn't like this
Danny
kind of
just-
editing. It was, okay, you know how you see the digital edit? Have you guys been to Dominion Mall?
No. No.
Okay,
Maybe
well,
2 years
let's
back,
say
3
you're
years.
driving on the road. Do you see digital advertisements?
Okay. Yeah.
Most of them is done by that company.
All right.
Yeah. So that's my point exactly.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So because right now the job that's most wanted at the moment in this sector in this industry is media, marketing,
Yes,
writing, stuff like
Yeah.
that. It used to be programming 5 years ago. I've talked to Temkeen about it because they're doing programs right now about
Okay.
programming.
Yeah.
And I said to the guys, I was like, listen, this is great 10 years ago. Right, you're way
Yeah,
behind.
Yeah.
People aren't looking for programmers right now because the market is saturated. You can find programmers.
Yes,
It's not like
yes.
we're back in 2006. Now you can't find anyone who can write a good piece of content,
Correct.
who can film something.
Correct.
You know, I mean, you worked in the marketing sector, right? I can imagine.
It was a basic one.
My point. My point
It
is
was a
that
very basic one. I wasn't the. I was leading the like two staff. They were the creative people who worked, let's say, in graphic design and editing and things like that.
And what was their skill level like from 1 to Hollywood? With that people you were leading,
The graphic designers, the two, they were good.
from 1 to Hollywood,
No one.
Bollywood, or where?
No. I'm not experienced in what kind of levels they, but
Okay.
at that time, we're talking about like a long time back, they did the job even more than what it required. But now, of course, it's different. It's totally different. And the social media, the digital marketing wasn't that intense like now. So it was mainly the publications, the events, the editing part. Now everything is digital.
Well, I've had conversations with companies like Sabic from Saudi
Yeah.
side, and they were a little bit, right word I think is ignorant on the subject, and they were saying to me, you know, what's the point for us to do any kind of marketing? We're a B2B business.
Yeah.
And I said that's great, but if you don't do any brand service, if you don't do any content creation,
Yeah.
you're not going to get the world's best engineers. You're not going to get people who are
Yeah.
interested in your brand.
Yeah.
You're going to be then just doing B2B business, but you're not going to be able to get the best of the staff. And right? That's the truth on it.
Maybe some people, some companies, they just rely on their name and that's it.
But that can only take you so far,
Yeah.
right? And the only way to attract top talent is by making sure that you're creating content that attracts these people,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Yep.
Like I think one of the topics we talked about that with them was, you know, doing like online courses maybe for people who are thinking about entering the engineering world,
Yeah.
right? So people have an idea, being like, oh, this looks interesting. Yeah, maybe I will become an engineer.
Yeah.
And then when they've become an engineer, they can be like, oh, you know what? Sabic was like really interesting. Maybe you should check them out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, so you left Saudi. You're now in Bahrain. Are you planning on retiring here?
I love Bahrain. I'm not sure.
Okay.
So I don't know. For now, we're here.
Okay.
I love it. Maybe in the long future, I might spend some time in Palestine as well,
Mm-hmm.
because it's my country as well. It's my home country, so I love it. So basically, wherever I will go, I might have to spend like thinking of spending like a couple of months, few months there, and then the rest here, or I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean,
For now, I'm here. I love
Okay.
Bahrain. I've been here for 16 years, and it's my home as well.
so okay. I mean, my concern.
And I would like to also
No.
have to live in, although we're in an island, but maybe Greece, maybe.
Greece is not a bad
Yeah.
idea. A lot of gays, but it's good. Yeah. Have you never been to Mykonos? Yeah, it's like central.
Even I can't remember. I went with my parents on a cruise, so it was like a one day and leave. That's it.
Oh, you haven't been since then? You should go.
Mykonos, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mykonos, I don't think it's so important, but Greece is nice. The smaller
Yeah,
islands.
yeah.
Get a sailboat, sail between the two.
That's the plan. Yeah, but I haven't been. We went to Cyprus twice, and
I can put you in touch with somebody who
but Greece would be nice.
does like sailboats. Like
All right,
he owns
really?
one, and
Okay.
that's how he spends his life.
Wow, amazing.
He's a former physician, a doctor. Well, former. He's still practicing as a medical physician, but now he likes spending his time on a boat and just going from one island to another.
That's what I want to do in the future. I don't know. To explore, hike, explore
Hiking?
nature. Hiking, nature. I like nature. I don't know. I
Nature,
like
like sleeping
nature.
in nature.
Not sleeping in nature. Like- I haven't tried it yet. But
Really?
I
You've never
like
slept
to
in,
connect
like-
with nature. I like nature. Like I'll tell you what. I'll tell you
I mean, nature's
last
scary.
No, it's amazing.
Danny, can you look up
Like,
that
listen,
bear attack video that just came out?
Last trip we went to Oman,
Yeah. YouTube?
last trip we went to Oman, we took a boat to visit the Miniyat Island. And we did some hiking and things like that. And on the way, on the boat, they said, you are so lucky. There are whale sharks.
Whale sharks.
Whale sharks.
Okay.
If you want to swim with them. They are wild.
Wild, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course they're wild.
The best experience ever.
La.
I swear.
La.
It was amazing. And you can see the shark. One shark decided to come to me, like, and his mouth was this big. Like,
Because he's hungry.
he did not eat me, apparently, but yeah, he came. And then I had a small camera, so I was taking quick photos, although it's old, but it took some photos. And then went behind me and swam right underneath me.
Scary.
No,
Scary.
it was the most beautiful moment ever.
Why is it that so many people dramatize or animomorphosize animals? They're not there to have a good time. Can you type in Akashi bear attack?
And I swam with the turtle as well, with the turtles. So cute.
Soup is a good option to do with turtles.
So what are you looking
Bear
for now?
attack.
I don't want to watch that.
Climber. There was just literally, it was just like a couple of days ago that came out.
Okay, a person can attack
That
you
was
as
it.
well.
There it is. Yeah.
People can attack you. It's not only animals can attack you.
Yeah, but the people you can like defend against. How are you going to defend against that? He just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Jesus.
I know. Wow.
He's just looking to get that meat.
Well, for me, I love nature no matter what. It's their instinct.
I mean, I can guarantee you this. If I was in that position,
I would be scared.
I would.
Wow, wow.
So lucky. Did you see? Can you rewind it and play in slow motion? You can see the bear trying to grab his arm.
Wow.
You saw this on Instagram, didn't you, Akashi?
No, and I didn't.
Wait, slow motion's gonna happen. Play in slow motion. Playback speed 0.5. Look, that mouth was aiming straight for that arm.
Wow. So you don't like animals?
Definitely not.
Really?
No.
Not dogs, not pets, nothing?
I mean, a pug is fine, but I don't want to like be confronted with a tiger or a cougar or a bear. That's what terrifies me about hiking. I've hiked and I've slept outside.
I haven't slept outside, but I did hiking, yes. And it's nice.
It's nice when it's like a nice field. There's no snakes. There's no bears hiding behind trees.
Well, I hiked in Oman last June, I think, yes. And it was beautiful. There were lots of rocks and we swam. You know, you swim, then you walk and...
That's like touristic kind of nice stuff.
Yeah.
That's not like nature.
But no, the whale sharks, nature. Turtles are nature.
I guess. I mean, the best thing to do with a turtle is to make soup out of it, honestly. Other than that...
They are so cute. One of them was so cute.
They'll snap your finger right off you.
They swam next to me. Even the whale shark, they were around us, whale sharks.
I don't disagree. I'm sure that they were. Again, I'm telling you.
They were friendly.
I don't think they're friendly. I just thought they're not hungry. They were
Maybe. They didn't attack. So I don't think they attack. They don't have these teeth like normal sharks.
Okay.
They have the big mouth, you know.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about a hammer shark.
No.
Hammer shark is the one that's like
whale shark.
like that.
Whale shark.
Can you look up a picture of a whale shark?
It's huge.
Is that the one where Noah got trapped? Is that not Noah? Who was it, Danny, who got eaten? Huh?
So, I like to connect with nature.
Oh, wow. They're pretty big.
Yeah. Yes. Here they are.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Yes. That was an amazing feeling when I was there. I literally forgot everything about the world. Wow, it was the best moment for me.
Can you type in whale shark attack? Let's see if they're vicious. Yeah, you didn't even have to dive in with whale sharks. Everything you should know.
No, you dive. I don't think are there attacks?
Sharks feast on whale. Can you go on images?
There's a compilation.
There's a compilation.
Yeah, exactly these ones. Yeah, I took a photo of that as well. The gills.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, oh shit.
That guy he was like, put your head inside my mouth.
Yeah, it came right exactly the same as this one. It came, check. Wow. You see? They're friendly.
I'm drinking water.
They're huge. And cute. And I like them.
They just tried to put that dude's head in his mouth. Oh, that's an interesting shot.
Yeah, we were not supposed to touch them.
Yeah, no doubt, because they're like, food.
But he came so close that he touched me. It touched me.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, buddy.
Yes, it came almost the same as this, but yeah, but underneath me in front instead of above me. Amazing, right? How do you feel watching it?
Terrified.
Really?
Mm.
No, lovely creatures. I swear, lovely creatures. This moment I will never forget. Swimming with the whale shark.
Impressive.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
No.
Unbelievable. So you're big into nature or not so much?
Not only in nature, exploring the universe, let's say, in general.
Okay. And what does that entail? Like meditating or?
I'm into all this, yeah.
Okay.
Meditation.
I like how you went like, I'm into all this.
Yeah.
What, like lighting eulogies and candles and all that kind of stuff?
No, I'm not into a lot of that. But,
Okay. Not
yeah,
into witchcraft?
No. Meditation, yes.
Okay. So when does meditation become witchcraft then?
To be aware of what's going on around you. Like when I did the systemic coaching, it makes you see the full picture and connect the dots.
Okay.
The same with exactly everything else in the universe.
Okay.
Everything's connected. So all you need is to see
Okay.
the big picture and how everything is connected together.
Interesting. Can you give me an
Yes.
example?
An example.
I'm trying to just
Yeah,
understand.
in daily life, we see, let's say,
I like how you
what's
looked at
happening?
me intensively.
like today, I told you, or when you sent me the invitation, okay, I was talking about to my family and my husband, I want to do a podcast. You sent me the invitation to do a podcast.
Sure.
So, how did that happen?
Okay.
When this morning I was searching for the word Akash, and
Okay.
Akash is here, is the editor, basically.
Okay.
So, is this a coincidence?
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm trying to understand it, but
I
okay.
connect, let's say, the three elements, the mind, body, and soul, and the science, religion, and
Spirituality?
the spirituality, if you would
I don't
say.
know.
Yes, I connect the dots. I don't see things like, oh, this is no, this is yes. No, I connect things together to see the bigger picture. That's how you see things differently in this world.
Okay. I'm like, I'm trying to like understand it because in my mind,
Yeah.
like looking up a cache and then seeing a cache does not mean like, ooh, what a. I'll be like, what a coincidence. I'll be like, oh, whatever.
It can be a coincidence for you,
Sure.
but not for me.
Okay.
Right?
So you entail meaning in coincidence then? Because I don't know. Because what's
No,
that?
when you are aware,
Sure.
basically you are aware of your thoughts and feelings most of the time, you see and you connect things together differently.
Okay.
But so many of us, do you know how many thoughts in a day can be, you can think of?
About 8,000 or something like that. No, 100,000? Something like that.
Maybe 70,000, 80,000, something like this, maybe
Yeah.
60 to 80,000. How many are you aware of?
About, I would say, 75 to 80%.
Oh, that's good. Are you sure?
Yeah, because in my head, it's mostly work. So
Yes, and when you, without thinking, you...
I would be just in the zone.
Which zone? That's the thing.
Sure.
Do you remember what, when you are in that zone, do you remember it?
Of course. But I can switch on the zone. Like because I also practice meditation as well.
Okay, that's good.
But
Amazing.
for me, if I want to be like locked in,
Yeah,
like I am with you,
Yeah.
there's no other thoughts in here.
of course, because we were present.
Thank you.
Yes.
But if I'm like driving the car, I'm in my head going, I need to finish this. I need to
Yes.
get this. I can even remember my
And
thoughts
at
as
the
I was.
same time, you're autopilot. You're driving without even sometimes thinking while you're thinking in other things.
Yes and no. The reason I'm saying I can remember my own thoughts is because I was driving past the petrol station. I can clearly remember.
Okay.
And I was both thinking, I need to go straight and then right from here, because I was trying to remember. See, this is getting so meta. About the last time I went to this office, and the same time I was also looking at my phone going, maybe I should type in the address just to be sure that I'm also heading the right direction, because I don't want to be late. So I can literally remember. My brain is very
But every second,
analytical.
do you remember?
If I want to.
Okay.
I don't know. For me, it's like...
If you want to.
Yeah.
But not always.
No,
right?
it's not if I don't.
Yeah.
But for me, most of my head is filled up with, this needs to be done, this needs to be done, this needs to be done. And then I have it in my head, okay, what do I have to do for Wednesday? I need to make sure I contact that person. Let me contact that person.
Okay, good.
And then it goes like a list, basically.
And when are you present?
When I'm with people like you.
Okay, good. Great.
Otherwise,
Okay.
work.
Anything you enjoy in life?
Work.
All right. So it's your passion, basically, right?
What a weird
That's
question. Anything you enjoy in life?
Yeah. Exploring the unknowing,
The unknown?
maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love music as well. I like sports, but I haven't, I like to listen music.
Okay.
But I used to play before long time back the piano, which I stopped long time back. So that's on my list. Maybe I don't know when. And
Why piano?
I love piano. I don't know.
Just something about
And
taught
sports.
you?
And
Okay.
sports. I used to be very athletic, gymnastics, and I did later on yoga with the, mind, body, and soul.
Mm-hmm.
I practiced yoga, I studied yoga, the philosophy, and everything.
Oh, so have you been to that yoga place here in Bahrain?
Which one? I went to Namaste and Pure Yoga.
Okay, which one do you like
I
more?
did my certification in Pure Yoga. Both are nice. Both are good.
How very diplomatic.
Yes, because I go to both. I like both, to be honest. Yes.
Okay.
You learn from every place you go. So I like to go here and like to go there. I haven't been for a while, by the way, but both places are good.
Really?
I like them.
Okay. And but do you know that yoga was meant for men?
Before, maybe, right? Long time.
That's
Because,
that the reason it was invented was for men. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but it's amazing
Okay.
how you connect the mind, body, soul together. How you become within yourself before you are with the outside.
Okay.
Then you connect. Let's say, I've
done yoga too.
I learned something. Let's
Yeah.
say, you think of something, but you don't feel it in your heart. And your body is resistant sometimes. You can feel it. You have pain, but let's say you have passion for sports, but your mind's telling you, no, you have to do this work. You don't have time. So there is no harmony, basically, mind, body, and soul, right? But when you have the passion to do the thing and you create with your mind what you need to do, and with the body you practice, some exercises to be fit for all, then you are in harmony, right?
Sure, but I believe in the philosophy of the Japanese kind more, in the sense that I forgot what it's called. There's a specific word for it, where whatever you do, and it doesn't matter what it is, you dedicate yourself to that. So if you work, let's say, as a chef, you dedicate yourself as a chef.
If you the desire, yes.
Interestingly enough, in Japanese culture, it's not about having the desire.
Okay.
You make the desire.
You can create your own reality.
That's the whole idea of the
Yes, of course.
of the Japanese, at least, mentality behind it, is that you might not enjoy your work that you're doing,
Yeah.
but you're going to learn to enjoy it.
Yeah, because you can, this glass is empty or full, or how,
Sure, depends on how you look at it.
how you see it.
Sure.
So it's up to you to enjoy your work or you hate your job, right? It's up to you to say this is the one or no. This has lots of negative things.
What do you think, Danny Akash?
Oh, best job in the world.
Yeah?
Yes, I don't sleep at night at all.
If you don't sleep, fine. But if you enjoy it, fine. Do you enjoy it then?
It's a good point.
I can stay all day or night doing a thing that I like. Then you won't feel it, right? You won't be tired anyway.
You get nervous.
But sometimes you go and you spend like 2 hours and you hate it, right? And you can spend a full day enjoying what you do and go home still excited, with full of energy. It depends.
I can tell you this right now. I don't remember the last time I went home in the last, I don't know, 15 years
Yeah.
that I was unhappy.
Because you're doing what you like. This is your passion, probably.
I've only done this 3 months.
Okay, what were you doing before?
So from consultancy to working jobs, even when I was working at 14 or 15 at a computer repair shop,
Okay.
I never, I don't know, I grew up with the mentality, you don't complain about you don't complain about work when there's work to be done. So
Yeah.
I've never had that thing where I was
And
like,
you don't think about the negative stuff about the work. So you just work it. You work and you do it and you accomplish and that's it.
that's
Because
it.
this is the mindset you have.
Exactly. I never look back on it and go like,
Exactly.
I kick sand and go like, shit.
You see, because this is your mindset.
Sure. So is that what people should be taught then, to have that mindset
Oh,
while going through
yes.
school?
Oh yes.
You think so? So you think that the aspect of
Because
finding
the
joy
way
in your work
the way
is
you
bullshit?
are raised is different from the way I'm raised.
Of course.
Akash is raised.
Of course.
And how we were taught is different. So the belief system, the value system that you have is different than mine, than Akash, than everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
I
how
agree.
you start your life, right?
But-
and when you are aware, you start to change. If you're not aware, you can be stuck in some patterns till you realize that, oh no, I need to work this out. I need to change in order to move forward in certain aspects in life.
Do you not think then people need to be taught either in high school or university or whatever to have that kind of mindset?
I do. I strongly do. Really.
Okay.
Of course.
Because I feel like that's not taught at all.
Exactly. Not taught and ignored, and they don't, I think, I don't know. But yes, I feel and I believe it's important. It's important for the new generation, to cope, to see life differently, to accomplish with full, belief in themselves to do the job and or to create the reality. This is the most important, sentence. Create
agree with
their life.
I agree with that.
We're not robots, everyone can create his life. So
I agree with that. I mean, I had some people on the show. I think Abu J was one of them, who talked about that they were a programmer and they were so unhappy that they just became more productive in order to hide their unhappiness. And then I was like, well, you're in charge of your feelings. If you're unhappy
Yes.
with what you're doing, maybe you should find out what makes you about it that is unhappy and fix that ratio.
every single one in this world is looking for happiness, to be honest, right? Each person, most
if
of
you-
the people, they're looking for the happiness. But what is happiness exactly?
Okay. Because that's exactly what I was going to ask you.
Define it, please.
No, I'm saying I don't think it's something you look for.
It's you live it. You live the moment. You live your...
Thank you.
That's it. This is happiness. Present moment. Be.
Hmm.
Be now.
That I
This is
agree
a-
with you. Yeah, I'm 100% behind you. I don't think it's some tangible thing you can just go and
The
hunt.
minute you think about the past, is it happened already, and there's no point to keep thinking of it, because it's either regrets or anxiety or whatever. And in the future, it's the anxiety. Sorry, it's the anxiety. You don't know what will happen, but at the same time, you're missing now. So it's either you think of the past and what happened, and the emotions are the same in the body. They come again, and you live it again, which happened long time back. So the emotions, the hormones, the feelings, you bring them back now, while It happened long time back, so there is no point. Okay, we plan for the future, but at the same time, we live now. Because if we keep worrying about what we need to do for later on, we will have the anxiety, and we will never be present. Really.
Okay, and so
Right?
how do you combat that? What would you tell your children if they're worried or anxious?
First of all, let's say, if something happened, what have you learned from that experience?
Okay.
So it's an experience which happened in the past.
Okay.
What did you learn, Mama, about this experience?
Mm-hmm.
What can you do differently next time? So, instead of feeling the emotions again, we learned this lesson. Next time, I would do 1, 2, 3 differently.
Sure.
Then they move forward. خلاص, they learned it, they acknowledge it, but they are not trapped in it.
So what about people then who are not able to make that connection? There's plenty of people who say, they wake up in the morning, they look in the mirror, and they're going to say, no, today I'm going to stand up to my boss, and I'm going to say no to people who ask me to do more work. But then when they get into the office, they follow into their old pattern.
Yes, and most of us do fall into our patterns, to be honest. This is when self-awareness comes.
Okay.
When, let's say, we talked about the meditation.
Mm-hmm.
When you sit with yourself, you meditate. You show kindness to yourself, compassion to yourself, right? You are calm from within. You find happiness from within. Then, when you go, you are going in a different perspective, not to prove or not to show. You can do the change silently because you are aware that you will gain their trust and loyalty without saying a word. When you are really aware of your thinking and thoughts and words.
But what has that to do with somebody who says in the morning, I'm not going to let my boss talk to me like this, or I'm not going to take everyone's work and do everyone's job?
Because they're putting themselves on a victim side.
They're putting themselves, or
because
their job is treating them terribly.
Fine, but at the same time, they feel victims, no?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I'm
trying to understand.
They feel a victim because they're not been treated well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine. I acknowledge that information, which I say to myself, yes.
Okay.
What I can do differently to be treated differently. Or sometimes I say to myself, what is it in me that
makes people treat me this way?
I need to change? Yeah, in myself, in me.
Okay. So the pattern of behavior changes, you're saying, comes from within
first.
And do you then change your mindset of your thinking to go from...
And then the thoughts and then the words. Because the minute you put your words, thoughts, I'm not treated well. And you say it, I'm not treated well. The words are out already.
Okay. I'm literally trying to think. That's why I have my eyes closed. I'm trying to think.
You get the thoughts. Everything is energy. I'm sure you know that since you do meditation, right?
Okay. Yes. I mean,
so why did you do meditation from
For
the
me
beginning?
personally.
Yeah.
Okay. We're moving to a different topic.
But I'm telling you, it's energy. It's the way you think. You sit, you do meditation because you need to be aware of the thoughts, of your body, of your inner self, and then you practice, of course, the word and then the awareness, and then this is how you go out. But if you have fear and you are tense, instead of waking up saying, I'm going to force this or do this. Personally, I wake up so many times. It's a beautiful morning today.
Okay.
I will enjoy my day. It's a beautiful morning.
It's
a beautiful day. And
I don't wake
I
up
start
like
my
that.
day.
I don't wake up like that at all.
And finish. I just start my day. I
So
don't put,
you practice gratitude in the morning, is what you're saying,
and at night, yes.
and at night. Okay.
And put intentions for the
Y-
day.
you
I
put
some
intentions.
intentions, yes.
Do you use a mantra in the morning?
No, not specific mantra. No, no, no.
Okay.
I just say an intention.
Today is going to be a good day, and then
It
get on with
works.
it.
Amazing.
I don't
Yes.
doubt it. I don't.
The minute you show gratitude, the minute you show, you put the intention, the minute you are in peace with yourself, you won't be harsh on yourself or on others, and people will do the same for you.
Harsh on yourself. So you're saying that people who are treated very badly are also treating themselves in their mind very
In
badly.
their mind, in their subconscious, let's
Okay,
say.
so it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, what you're saying then. Self-fulfilling prophecy meaning I think of myself as a victim, therefore people then make me into a victim.
Because
You understand
power
what
of
I'm s-
thoughts,
yeah.
of course, power of thoughts and power of words
Okay.
are very, very strong.
Okay, so
Everything is energy, like this microphone.
Sure.
Like how it's energy, right? Electricity is energy.
sure,
So the same with
the human body is a current, yeah.
It's a current,
Okay.
electromagnetic current, right? There is electromagnetic field around us
Mm-hmm.
as well. And it transmits.
So-
So the thoughts into words, into
Actions.
actions
So do you
and reactions.
Well, of course, every action causes an equal and opposite reaction. So to get back to the original example,
Yes.
because I'm really trying to figure this out, and I'm sorry I'm taking a little bit of
Yes,
time.
No problem.
So your advice is for somebody who's at work and is feeling victimized by work, is that they need to change their mindset
Their mindset, yes.
from being a victim mentality
it can
to
be a victim or anything else.
okay,
To
the action hero mentality. I don't know, whoever your idol is.
to have compassion for themselves, not to be, like, I don't know what to call it. When you love yourself, when you be kind to yourself, why does this happen to me? Why is the word against me? Why is it that every single bad thing happens to me? These questions won't solve the problem.
Mm-hmm.
What is a good question?
Okay.
What am I doing at work, let's say? What do I need to improve? What do I need to change in my day to make it a better day? What do I need to do to communicate better with my boss?
Mm-hmm.
So the what. The why puts you in a zone that, I don't know,